Hello everyone, this is Elijah with the Rideshare Guy, and in this video we're going to be talking about promotions when it comes to Doordash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and the delivery companies in general. As you may know, these companies throw out various promotions that you can earn additional money from, but based on certain dynamics, it may not be in your best interest to pursue said promotions. Reason being is it may not be worth it based on the amount of money they're offering for the promotion versus how much effort you actually have to put in to get the promotion. You might be wondering exactly what I'm talking about, and that's what we'll be covering in this video. We're actually going to take one of our most popular videos in our Maximum Delivery Profits course and actually show it on the channel right now, because we discuss this very topic of how to find out exactly if a promotion is a good thing for you. Should you pursue it, or are you better off just ignoring it? So I'm now going to switch over to the video where we discuss this in the course. With that being said, let's move on to the video. So now that we've learned about what promotions are, it's time to cover the two types of promotions that you're going to run into as a delivery driver. Now for this part, we're going to have to move over to the computer so we can show you some tangible examples. So we're going to use Doordash to demonstrate these examples of the two types of promotions. So this type of promotion you see on the screen now is the first type. This promotion is basically saying that you're going to get a bonus per delivery that you do in general. So whenever you do a delivery inside the city or zone, then you get an extra $2.50. Pretty straightforward. The second type of promotion that we're looking at requires you to hit a certain amount of deliveries before you make the money. So as we see in this example, it's asking for me to do 5 deliveries before I get a $15 bonus. So as you can see in this example, this promotion is saying that I'll get an extra $15 if I complete 5 deliveries. So that means that if I complete 4 deliveries, not 5, I'm not going to get anything. But if I do complete 5 deliveries, I'll get $15. So in other words, the first type of promotion, you'll get the money as soon as you complete a delivery, versus the second type of promotion, you have to complete a series of deliveries before you get the amount guaranteed in the promotion. Now that we know the two types of promotions that are offered by delivery apps, we're going to focus on the second one because the first one is pretty straightforward. But the second type of promotion, as we've already covered, requires you to hit a certain number of deliveries in order to qualify for the bonus. So why is that so important? Well, I want you to think about it for a sec. If you've been doing delivery for any portion of time, or even if you haven't, if you just look at it like this, there are going to be certain parts of your market that are going to be easier than others. And by easier, I mean they have less effort to get from point A to point B and complete the drop-off. With that being said, just because a company wraps a promotion around a particular area doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be worth your time. So there are factors in the drop-off process that you need to take into consideration when you're in a certain part of your market. I'll give you a good example. There are some parts of your market that's going to be mostly houses, nothing but residential areas. Meanwhile, there's going to be parts of your market that are full of apartment complexes, apartment buildings, gated communities, etc. And these areas in your market by default are going to take longer to drop off food because there are more obstacles that you got to go through in order to get the food to the customer. So when you drop off food at a house, how long does that take? Maybe a minute, maybe 2. But if you drop off food to an apartment building, we have to deliver the food to the 50th floor. The actual drop off could take around 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even more. So that's something to take into consideration. Now, when it comes to this second type of promotion, you need to actually do the math to see how much you're going to be making per delivery if you get that promotion. So let's say, for instance, there's a promotion where if you do 10 deliveries in a given area, then you'll get an extra $20. Well, what that comes down to when we do the math is that's an extra $2 per delivery. So you want to look at the promotion in that context because it's very important for this next part. So we're going to look at 2 scenarios, scenario A and scenario B. For scenario A, let's say Uber Eats is giving a quest bonus where if you do 10 deliveries in a given area, then you're going to get $20. And as the math that we've already done, that's an extra $2 per delivery. Now, that area that we talked about has mainly houses, maybe a few apartment complexes. Now, let's look at scenario B. Same situation where if you do 10 deliveries in a given area, you're going to get some. But in this case, it's going to be $3 per delivery after we've done the math. But this area has a bunch of apartment buildings. Let's say it's a downtown area. So that's a lot of apartment buildings, some apartment complexes, and rarely any houses. So which one of the two scenarios do you want to go after? Because in most cases, you're not going to be able to go after both of them. You got to pick one. Believe it or not, you may actually be better off going after scenario A, because you'll be able to get more deliveries in that given hour as long as there's enough activity to satisfy that demand. But on the surface, a lot of people would pick scenario B because you're getting an extra $3 per delivery. But what if you only get 2 deliveries in that hour versus with scenario A, you could get 3, maybe even 4 deliveries in that hour? You may actually make more money if you go on with scenario A. And this is important because we want to stay within that $11 to $18 hour range that we talked about before. But obviously we want to get it as close to $18 as possible, maybe even higher. That's why it's important to do the math on these promotions that these delivery companies spit out and take in consideration what area do they want you to work in. There are some cases where you don't have to do the deliveries in a certain areas, just get them done. In that case, it doesn't matter where you do the deliveries. But many times these quests have certain areas you got to be in. So make sure you fully analyze the situation using the parameters that we've talked about here. So the key takeaways is there's 2 types of promotions. The first promotion is where you do the delivery and then you get the bonus right there after you finish the delivery. The second type of promotion is where you get the bonus only after you do a certain amount of deliveries. In both cases, you want to make sure that you take into consideration how long it takes to complete a delivery in that given area. And that way you can maximize your income that you can earn from promotions. Now that you've seen one of our most popular videos in the course, you probably have a much better handle on how exactly to gauge promotions and figure out if that delivery promotion, whether it be on Grubhub or Doordash or Uber Eats, is exactly worth it for you, and how you can compare different promotions to see which one you should go after and which one has the most benefit to you as a delivery driver. And by benefit, I mean which one is going to make you the most money in the least amount of time. That does it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit that bell notification if you want to be notified when we drop another video on how to maximize your profits as a delivery driver. And if you're interested in getting the Maximum Delivery Profits course, you can click the link in the description or in the pinned comment to get started. Be safe, be profitable, everyone. This is Elijah with the Rideshare Guy, out.